Renovating in France, reminding myself of my progress. So, in this one, I've also been looking at analytics on the YouTube channel, um, and it's suggesting that there's lots of new people looking at the videos. So I thought it might be interesting if we showed. Apologies to anybody that's already seen this initial footage. If we were showing kind of what it was looking like before, I know a lot of people don't want to be trolling back through hundreds of videos to see how it all started. But so with this one, this is kind of almost before and after, or before and during. So this is before the staircase was put in, and then we're looking at a few bits and pieces within the sort of loft area, which has now become the bedrooms and the showroom, and all the things associated with that. And then we'll take a look at the end, where we're at currently, around about the middle of October 2025. So this is the divide between the two spaces upstairs and in the loft, which have now become bedrooms and a showroom. And there was an opening which was never had the head height it needed, so it needed to be opened up a wee bit more. So that area got closed up, and a larger opening was created so that I could actually walk unencumbered upstairs. I've hit my head so many times on this property since I've been doing it on various things at low level. So it's kind of nice to a degree now. I'm hitting my head a lot less now. So we can see the roof at the front there before any works have been done on the renovation of that, or refurbishment of that, and the insulation put in and everything else, and the vapor barrier. Before, obviously, prior to the bedrooms being formed and the floor going down, the new floor, because the levels weren't right either in the loft area, they were all over the place, and that would now be looking down into the kitchen area. That sort of divide now between bedroom 3, the showroom, and the kitchen below. And that was part of that's the ceiling, the old ceiling of the kitchen as it was, and the roof obviously as it was, in a very, very poor state, and all that's been taken care of now. That's good. And then now we're back to the present, or the present being October, middle of October 2025. So here we're just having a little bit of a pan round. This is the highest placed Velux in the house, and that's throwing a bit of light into the upstairs corridor, and hopefully we'll be able to get some light into the showroom, which hasn't got any natural light of its own. And then we come into bedroom 3, which has had a lick of paint put on it now, so it's looking better. There's still the wall on the right hand side to do, which will probably be lime hemp. And here we've got the other side wall, which is dividing bedroom 2 and bedroom 3, so that's been painted as well, just to be brought in a little bit more. So they'll need to decide on colours on that. Ceilings are in place upstairs, all the insulation's in place upstairs. Still work to be done on the beams, tidied up a little bit more, so get the electric sorted out as well. And this area started to get painted as well, so it needs a little bit of filler in. Need some profiles putting on, or some baguettes, and I'll get that finished off, and then I can lift the board that you can see there, which I use when I'm painting, or when I've been putting the insulation, putting that bit of ceiling up there. That's a useful support for me. So that's good. So that can get rid of that, and then the final panel can go in, and all that can get closed up. And then we just turn around again, so we're looking at the small corridor area. So this is the opening that was created, and the other opening, which was been sealed. I put a beam in the centre there, and then we put cob either side of it, and then just looking back up along the line of the Velux. And again, that'll just need trim put in going around the bottom area of that. And then try and get organised with some mirrors or whatever into this area, just to throw as much natural light as possible. Second bedroom's got plenty of light coming into it, and the third bedroom's a tiny bit duller, It does have a large window there, but unfortunately, the way the sun operates, it doesn't get too much light after sort of morning time. Sun sort of goes around onto the other side. Anyway, fairly pleased with how that it's all coming along there. We're not too far away now from being able to get flooring down. Flooring's already there, waiting to be put down. It's just a question of me getting around to doing it. Once I get the actual get the wall finished there and get the finished colour on the walls. So again, we're just sort of going over the similar sort of groundage in case I've missed anything. I think this is where it's had a second coat put on it, so the walls are looking a little bit better now, a little bit tidier. The steel trim needs to go around the door because the door frames are slightly thinner than the partition walls. And then looking in at the showroom and work's going on there with the vanity unit, where I've added the additional part just to give it a bit of strength to the top section. And that'll be glazed above the door there as well, just to help to try and throw a bit of light into the space. Looking round into the smallest corridor area there. And obviously the master bedrooms on the right hand side there. They're not huge. When I say master bedroom, it's not huge areas. They're not huge rooms, but they're sufficient. Work being done on that, on what was the exterior window, which is now an interior window. And like I say, we've got close to being able to finish off that and get rid of that board finally. And got a decent head height on the staircase. Then we come downstairs and it's still a bit of a bordel downstairs. But started to work on the ceiling down there, try and get into some sort of order. As been on previous videos there, so there'll be the steel gloss paint to go on that before I can finish that off. But it's had a certain amount of sealant put onto it already. That should help. And then the beams can get treated at some stage. So they've been treated for woodworm and the likes, but they're going to have linseed oil, a mixture of linseed oil and thinners put in just to bring out for the colour of the wood. And then we can get rid of all that horrible blackness which is currently the ceiling. And you can see the sort of the water stains. Just turn anything that you try to put on there, it is just going to stain straight away. So that's why it still needs the work doing. So anyway, this is just a video if you're kind of new to the channel, this is just to show kind of what it was looking like at the beginning and what it's looking at now. And it also helps me as well, keeps me motivated when I can see how far I've progressed in the past sort of 3 or 4 months. So hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.